because the scammers these days, they really work harder than the devil, I feel. What's up, you guys? Lindy here, and welcome back to another episode at the pause area. Remember, we focus on smart everyday moves that will help us win with our finances. And today's video is about how you can shop smart for Black Friday. I mean, Black Friday is coming and everyone is like, hey, getting excited, Cyber Monday, and you'll be in the energy of trying to get stuff. But we always say, make sure that when you're going to shop, you do so wisely and in a smart and safe way. So these tips are really just focused on that. Number one, we say make sure that you make a list of the things that you want. Do a tour in your house. Look at your do stock take and see what needs to be replenished. Maybe you've run out of toilet paper, or your toilet paper is about to run out. If you use a lot of tin stuff, all those things that you can stockpile on. Start looking at the things that you need, so that on the day of Black Friday, you're not just rushing to buy toilet paper that you already have in the house, and you'll just have stacks and stacks of them, but you don't really need them. Secondly, if it's gonna be like Cyber Monday, you want devices. If your phone is due for an upgrade, you already know that. Start looking at whether you might need to replace your smartwatch, your iPhone, your new phones. I know there was a new rule of WhatsApp saying that they might not be able to be accessible to older models. So things like that might require you to replace your phone. Make sure that you know what you want already before Black Friday and actually list it down. Secondly, we say to you, compare prices, because yes, they will have big sales signs at the store, and they will have things like up to 75% off. But remember, up to 75% off does not mean you immediately get 75% off. It means some items will be that 75% off, some items will only be 20% off or 5% off. And I mean, if it's 5% off, you can get that discount anytime in the year. It's not so special of Black Friday, for example. So make sure that you compare prices, you know exactly how much it costs. Because I've had situations where I go into a store and then they say buy two for 50 Rand, but one is already 24 Rand. So you only gave me a 2 Rand discount because I bought two. And the mind feels like you're getting a bargain because they say 2 for. The mind feels like you're getting a bargain because it's now 50 Rand as opposed to it being 5.99 or 59.99. So make sure that you know exactly how much things cost, and then you will then be able to determine if the sale is really as valuable as it looks. Number 3, make sure that you set a budget. Guys, there's nothing that is so ridiculous as you using credit, using your credit card, borrowing money, going to Mashonisa, being gaskoloto because there was a sale and you just didn't want to miss out. And look, I'm not coming to judge you because I know I'm also like that. I can be very impulsive. I can look at things and really like them and then start wanting to buy them. But if you have a budget to say, for this Black Friday, I've budgeted 2,000 or 3,000, then you know for sure that you will not go and exceed that. And I think the beauty will be there. You start thinking twice about the things that you really want or really need versus just buying things because they are on sale. Then the last 2 tips are really, difference between what you do buying online and what you do buying at the shops. I think going to the shops is relatively easier. Number 1, make sure that you dress the part. Like, be comfortable, wear sneakers. Don't be in flats and there's a rush, you need to go in. Obviously, remember your mask and be safe and make sure that you adhere to COVID-19 regulations. But dress the part. Make sure that you're comfortable. You're wearing pants, you're wearing tights, whatever it works for you or whatever tickles your fancy, and make sure that you can do so. And I also say, if you can take a buddy with you, make sure that you've got someone that you can go with, because you can tag team on things like, okay, stand in the queue, I'm going to go pick up a few things, then you alternate, whatever strategy you use. But taking a buddy for Black Friday actually does help. Then when it comes to online shopping, I think that one is really very tricky, although it's safe because we're still living in COVID times. Number 1, make sure that you only shop in secure sites or at secure sites. Don't click on links that you don't understand. If it's Take-A-Lot that you're going to shop at, make sure that you got the correct Take-A-Lot app and it's not some scam. If you're going to go to shop up Superbalist or Macro or wherever, make sure that you really are using the correct site and you're not scammed into some bogus link. And when it comes to your payment, also make sure that when you use your credit or debit card details, you're not storing them on that site. Your CVV, for example, at the back of your bank card, you actually know how to utilize that safely. If you're going to use any of like other alternative payment options like PayPal or instant EFT, also make sure that you understand how all of them work. But generally, I say that in options where you can have a COD, which is cash on delivery, use that option because it's also safer. Or an option where you can then be redirected to making an EFT, and then it gives you an option to still book your items, still have your order placed, and then you can either go into a bank or do it on your app and then do an EFT after double checking the banking details, because the scammers these days, they really work harder than the devil, I feel. So make sure that you understand the banking details that you're using. But otherwise, my tip is don't buy stuff that you don't need, darling. Don't buy things that you don't need. And secondly, don't use credit and end up paying the whole year for things that you don't want. If your TV is still fine, don't go and replace that TV. You know, if you want a smart TV and you don't have a smart TV, consider things like buying a TV box, for example, that will cost you maybe 1,000 rand versus you using 10,000 to buy a new TV. Let's just be wise and wallet wise, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching our video, and we'll see you on our next one. Mwah. Take care.